Alright guys, what's up? It's me C.J.L.W here today and we're talking about Gotham. Season 3 is coming up very soon. It is on the 8th and 7th at night on September the 19th on Fox. Okay, so Gotham has been a very deep and original story. It tells the origins of the Riddler, the Penguin, and we've seen some new faces too. There's been a lot of theories about when we first saw the Joker. That's who he is. But also we found out, we get to see Bruce Wayne, we get to see Alfred, we get to see Catwoman as well. And we also get to see Firefly. Now Firefly is actually a man, but it's actually a girl in this one. It's one of Selena Kyle's friends. So yeah, let's have a look. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with this one. Sorry about that line, I was watching it and it buffered. We get this one of the Joker, of course. A lot of people have said it's not the Joker, but I believe that it is. And yeah, this is the Joker as he's growing up. It could not be because of how the Joker gets married and the acid turns him into he is. Joker was actually never mentally insane as a kid, but this time he could be. They could rechange his mind and all that, and if he goes to Arkham, they could, replenish his mind and make him good again. So, sorry about that sound, I'm just trying to eat something here. And yeah, we also got to see Firefly as well. This was in Season 2, when she is in there trying to get money so she can go away. She worked with Selena Kyle on this one. And also we saw Mr. Freeze. Alright, now this one is where he's in the police station and he says, "You freeze my wife," and he kind of walks through massacring them. It was very cool seeing Victor Freeze come in and what's going to happen to him in the future. Like, we've already seen what happens, but how all these people evolve into their full potential of villains. It's going to be very weird seeing them. But yeah, we've also seen Bruce Wayne fight, and he's training for a lot more with Alfred. On to the next one. Now we've got the Riddler. Now we all know what happened with the Riddler, with Edward Nigma. He was in love with a former, I think she was another forensics, Miss Kringle as well. He had found out that an officer that she was dating had been beating her and hitting her, so he decided to go and confront him, and he killed him. Tom Doherty, I think it was, and he left a note saying that he had left, and the first letter of each sentence spelled out Nigma, and she kind of got suspicious about it, and he kind of goes crazy over that he killed someone, and he's like, "Why'd you leave this? Why'd you..." And if this is how Riddler actually turned out, it's pretty sad, because everyone had put him enclosed. Everyone never actually talked to him or cared. They only cared about the police work. They shut him out, and by going out with Miss Kringle would probably change that, he hoped. And yeah. But then we also get to see when he is doing it, he sees the other side of his brain that is going mentally ill. And he starts to see the Riddler mark. This was a very big part as well. Yeah, we can see him in it, kind of acting crazy. That's what he sees in the mirror. And yeah, so, it's good to see that we get to see the villains of Batman slowly turning into what they become. But yeah, I reckon how the Riddler does it is pretty sad, and how he changed is really sad. So, it's very weird seeing all this happen. Also, he ends up in Arkham because of how he is. So of course he definitely gets sacked off his job. Rather, someone found out that he'd killed Miss Kringle or Officer Doherty, and he has now ended up in Arkham Asylum. But of course, we know that from the Batman comics, the games, and the movies. He isn't. Oh, he's in one of the movies, but it was an okay movie. He gets out of Arkham, and yeah. So now there's nothing of Batman in the film, so these people have nothing to be scared about until Bruce gets older, and kind of Bruce and Alfred at the start of the trailer, they say something's getting worse, what's happening to our city. And, that's probably what Bruce does when he's like a kid, and that's what puts him to be the Batman. So yeah, let's continue. So we get also another recap of Bruce at his parents' grave. We also get the mayor right here. We got Alfred, Bruce, probably Bruce's grandparents. I don't know, it could be. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is Bruce's grandparents, because they would have taken him in. But no. So yeah, we get a little recap of that, and just him at the grave and the funeral of his parents, the burial. So yeah, we get a bit of an emotional recap there. Also, we see Bruce holding a gun. Now, when Bruce actually says this, you can hear him talking to Alfred about what would he do when he finds the man, and he says Bruce would kill him. And now basically you hear Slim Carl say, if you do this, it will change you and you can never go back. And he's like, yeah, I know, and that's what I'm going to do. And it goes on. And Jim Gordon, you can hear him later in the thing, he's saying, like, if you keep feeling this anger, it'll take you to an evil side and you can't go back. So basically everyone is telling Bruce to kind of, let it go a bit, and, Bruce isn't really doing it. And if you can see in this kind of state, Bruce is kind of like, he's got like that reddish eyes, and, he's not good, he's not feeling good about the situation that he's in now. So, it's pretty scary to see this side of Bruce Wayne, and if this turns him into Batman, then we know what did. And so yeah, we also see Jim Gordon. This is very scary. Scares me. He looks like he's on some cocaine there. His life's going down the drain. He's turning into one of those crazy cops, and those bad cops, and he's getting really suspicious about a lot of things. And he looks like your Uncle Tommy after he's finished with you, if you get it. But yeah, we'll go to the next one. We also see this. This to me looks like Victor Freeze. Of course, you can see the hair; it's white. You can see the eyes as well, and the snow sort of on his head. The eyes are blue, and it does look like Victor Freeze. So it's very cool to see Mr. Freeze come in and see how his transformation came in. So it's pretty cool to see how he came in. Also, we get this. Now, if you know who this is, you'll know that it is Hugo Strange. This must be Hugo Strange at a younger age, not the older one that we saw in Arkham City. Hugo Strange basically does Protocol 10 and a lot of unauthorized work. I think he works at Arkham as well or something like that. But in the tank we can see people that he is working on. We don't know who this is, but he doesn't appear to be in Arkham. So yeah, and we also see Fish Mooney. Now, if you do not get how she has the blue eye, she basically stabbed her own eye out. And yeah, it was pretty intense when she did that. But we see her come back to life. I think Hugo Strange did this with one of his experiments. I'm guessing it must have been related to Ra's al Ghul and his Lazarus pit, and with the effect that it has on people. So that's what must be with all these people going crazy, that Hugo Strange has found out about this Lazarus effect and how they're going crazy, like we actually saw in Arrow, how Thea gets, she starts to go really, mentally crazy, and this Lazarus effect might be taking on what it has taken from Arrow. So, yeah, it's very, very cool to see that it's going into Gotham and the Batman series, because I reckon the magic stuff just doesn't work with Arrow. It doesn't work with Arrow. A lot of the Lazarus stuff. Yeah, Ra's al Ghul, they should have kept him in, but then go away from the magic part. They should have stopped. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. We see Mr. Freeze finally. Of course, you can see the hair, which is the same color as the picture I showed before. This one, yeah, of course, he has that hair. He doesn't have the beard that you see in it, but, you know, it's getting there. It's, you know, definitely getting there, so, you know, we'll go into the next one. But, you can see the ice. He appears to be in, a house or a hospital or a police station. I don't think it'd be GCPD. It could be not the one that Jim Gordon works in, but I believe this one could be a second GCPD, like a very small one. And yeah, so you can see like the cold coming off the top from the back of his machine, the ice kind of coming out of the gun, and we see a lot of the blue neon stuff that we see in the movie as well, that we saw in the movie, I should say. And it looks like he's freezing a police officer over here. Whoops. He looks like he's freezing a police officer over here. But yeah. Firefly. Now let's talk about this. We saw the new costume. It's got to be a fireproof costume with the eyes that we see from the video game. If you've played that, you'll notice the eyes look the exact same, but there's like no mask around her face. She doesn't have a jetpack, of course, but she has that kind of firefly or firebug looking face. It was pretty weird to see that it's a girl, because we see her brothers doing all this stuff and they die or get caught, and, you know, it's pretty sad. So, you know, if she dies and she gets like a husband or something, you know, he might take on the role as Firefly, because in the comics Firefly is not a girl, so we cannot say that this is the actual official Firefly. If it is, I'm going to be pretty confused about it with what DC has done. But, yeah. So, next one, we also see this person. Now, Hugo Strange says, we have a new, we have a new rising, my children will rise up, and it's already started. Now, this looks very confusing. It looks like, Dr. Alchemy a bit, but it can't be, because that is in the Flash, so we're going to leave that alone. By the way, if you want to watch my Flash review podcast, you can go look at that. Go watch it. It's on this channel. But no. By the red writing on the top, it looks, I'm guessing it is Anarchy. It's Anarchy, or it could be, it can't be Jason Todd, so don't say it's going to be like a red mask sort of thing, or a red hood or whatever. I'm guessing this is Anarchy, or this is some sort of villain that has not been seen, or like we don't know yet because we don't recognize him. But yeah, Gotham definitely will tell his origin story, and we'll get to know who he is. And then, of course, we get Fish Mooney driving a bus, and this causes Bruce to walk out, and it looks like a withered, crazy-looking Bruce Wayne. And he says, thank you for doing that. And I don't get it. So, yeah, we got this one. So, who is this masked man? You know, I have no clue who it could be. It could be a hitman, hired hitman to kill Bruce. Hired by the man who killed Bruce's parents. It could be because Bruce tried to kill him. But yeah, I have no clue. And going back to that Bruce picture, it looks like this could be another Bruce. Like, if you kind of get what I mean, it could be a lookalike Bruce, or I don't know. It's really confusing, but it's running through my head. I'm like, you know, this could be another Bruce. But yeah, I got no clue. I'm completely lost on this picture right here. So yeah, this masked man, I have no clue who it is. If you do, it'd be cool, but definitely we'll get to see who he is in Season 3. So it's going to be very cool. Of course, Alfred's there kind of standing in it. This guy looks... He could be from the Ra's al Ghul's army. I don't know. Probably same as that masked man as well. He kind of looks like what Malcolm Merlyn kind of wears. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. And Gotham will be on September 19th, 7 to 8. And it's at Fox, so make sure to tune into Fox. And yes, it will be very cool to see all of the cast come back for another filming. And yes, it's going to be very, very cool to see all the villains evolve, what Jim Gordon does, and yes. So, hope you all enjoyed this little recap and talk about Season 3. Make sure to stay awesome, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Stay cool.